Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wildflower Garden Tarot. This is my assistant, Axel Rosie. Pretty as a posy. Welcome to my channel today. The readings, I think, I have a new channel. I mean, I've only been going since like February. But it seems that my readings are not so much about the karmic and the this and the that and the drama, but it seems like what Spirit wants me to give to you is a sense of empowerment and, a big sense of being the best person that you can be, and then seeing what Spirit is going to bring in for you. And not to be outwardly focused, but to help you be inwardly focused and to give you messages from Spirit about yourself. And not to say that there won't be times where, in almost every reading it is, that there's guidance about something that's going on romantically, usually, or in careers for those of you that are led to watch my channel. And we have a small tribe, which is fine, honestly, because I'm just doing this because I was led to. I enjoy it. I like the stories. It's guidance for myself often. There are things apparently that you can do to really build your channel and to manipulate the YouTube whatever gods to, do whatever. But I'm not into that. It's like I want the people to be here to be authentic and to be interested in hearing an authentic message that isn't about likes and subscribes and shares. Not to say that, right? If you like it, please subscribe and share it, especially if it's a message that maybe doesn't resonate for you, but will resonate for somebody who's in a situation. So, with that, I pull the oracle cards before I start. And today, it's a really beautiful, cloudy, rainy day here. It's been really dry and we've had forest fires. And I've spoken about that, about sometimes you need forest fires to burn away the deadfall and to allow things to grow. And now we have rain, right? So things are germinating and now we have the rain. Gardens are in, seeds are planted. They're not going to do anything without the rain. So Spirit had me go off on that. It's symbolic for you because you may have planted some of your seeds now. And today, especially with these oracle cards that came out, we're going to give the life-giving rain, I think, to a lot of the things you're trying to manifest. So I got three very powerful cards. Demeter. See, she's holding grain. Is a nurturer. Danu is a Celtic goddess of confidence and assurance. Look at those eyes. And look at her hand. She's releasing things into the universe. And Gaia, the ultimate empress, earth, nurturer, brings things into being, right? So I'll just give you some highlight messages. Demeter, she reminds us that when we give to people, when we give of ourselves, even doing things like planting a garden, I'm really tied to the earth and to gardens. That's why my channel is called Wildflower Garden Tarot. So it's very rewarding to give of yourself, to plant the seeds and to watch them grow. Okay. But it's important to also to make sure you have boundaries and to keep those boundaries strong, because otherwise you are set off in too many directions. So while harvests are meant to be shared, for example, I planted like a shit ton of tomatoes, or potatoes, and tomatoes both. More than we'll ever use. But if I have a really good crop, it's like a tithe, you know, like many religions have a tithe. It's like a tithe. Like, I'm praying that my garden will be bountiful, because then I'll have enough for me and enough to share with those people who aren't able to have a garden. But while it's important to nourish others and to give to others, it's important to have those boundaries and to make sure that you give to yourself too. So the meter card coming out is to tell you that this is a time of giving and receiving, and to make sure that ebb and flow are in equal balance. So the alignment message for this card is like, do you sometimes overgive until you feel like you're an empty well? Perhaps you've attracted others who are too needy and want you to look after them, or might be in a pattern of people pleasing because you're afraid to set those boundaries. Right? Although the possible repercussions for setting boundaries are in your mind, your body holds on to fear tightly, so it can be very scary to make a change. Because you feel like if you make a change, these people that you've been spoiling are going to be unhappy with you. Well, yeah, they probably are, but they're like leeches. Part of giving to people is empowering them to look after themselves. Okay? So this says that your alignment task is to recognize that it's time to step back, take a breath, and say no to behaviors and people you know are draining you. The divine is the one with the plan. Gather your love, your nourishment, and your self-worth. Choose who you nurture and how you want to receive it. You are so loved when the goddess meter brings you to her nurturing energy to help you to course correct. So yeah, this is a course correction. So we're in a time of flux. We're in a time of having to make some hard decisions, and to release what really isn't meant for us. I'm wondering if we'll get a Tower card. I'm suspecting we might get an Empress card. But the Empress can lose it all. She can be overtaken if she doesn't set her boundaries, and if she doesn't keep herself strong. So an Empress is not somebody that just gives everywhere. It's like, you need to earn it. So, I mean, it's one thing to give people a chance and to give people your attention, but if they just keep coming to you, and you start to feel resentful, you don't get to the resentful stage, right? Save your energy for, you know, people that are worthy of your, of what you have to give. Spirit just was giving me a message, sorry. And I have a friend like this, and actually we just talked last night, that there's a give and a take. That they have that you have something that they need, but they will have something that you need. And that's not always physical, right? It might be a service, it might be guidance. You know, if you have somebody that's always coming to you, I don't know what to do, tell me, and yeah, at first you're happy to tell them, like, or give them guidance or whatever. But pretty soon it's like, jeez, right? Because they never feel you're well, right? If you need something from them, and I mean, quite honestly, some of these people, would you want their advice? Right? So So that leads us to, so that was card number 11. Then we go back to card number 10, which is Danu, which is a Celtic goddess. She is who we want to be. Kate, look at that face. She's not mean. She's not cold. She is assured. Oh, and this is the card of assurance. She's confident, right? This is the earth goddess Danu. Ooh, the Celtic earth goddess. And look at the next card after that. Right? So we have a theme. She is a goddess who gave birth to magic and pretends the fulfillment of your desires and the fruition of your dreams. Whatever it is that you're inquiring about, Danu gives her assurance that you're in the process of becoming. So now is the time to trust that whatever you have planted, planned, and worked towards is being birthed. So you need to stay in flow. Okay, so she reminds you that there is a promise of a new life, that you need to do some of this work, that you need to till the ground, that you need to pull up the weeds, that you need to plant other seeds in places that are lacking, which is what this is about. And look at, because, right, harvesting. Yeah, interestingly enough, it says here, just as fields are often left purposely fallow, perhaps the seemingly dry spell is really a preparation time. Just like we talked to, just like Spirit led me to tell you in my little intro of planting seeds. And now we, you know, of fire, getting rid of the deadfall, allowing seeds like to burst forth. Like acorn seeds only become fertile after a fire. And now there's rain. And Spirit sometimes can be firm. Spirit just says, all of those things are not controlled by humans. That is controlled by Spirit. A forest fire, people go in and they try to, they try to, fight the fire. And they can kind of control the borders of the fire, but it's up to the universe. It's up to the Creator. It's up to God to say when a forest fire stops. That's why people feel so helpless. It's up to God. You can be so dry. It's up to God to decide how much rain you get. It's up to God to decide if your seeds that you planted will germinate and grow. So Danu is telling you that, yes, be patient. Let go of this. Do your own work. Do the work on yourself. And let Spirit go about your day-to-day life with faith. Danu assures you that the form of your desires will show up in divine timing and much more magical way than you can even imagine. Then we go to Gaia. Also, right, with earth, planting seeds, watching them grow. You are part of the living earth, which is the foundation of all life that has a physical form. What form does your life take? This is a perfect time to take a closer look, ensure that you're happy with it. You are also asked to examine the foundation of what you're building now. Is it solid and is it stable? The goddess Gaia reminds you that the earth is a playground for your conscious manifestation, so be respectful of this truth. When you scatter your energy and allow fear to take root, fear that your dreams aren't going to come true, so you better go in and manipulate things, when you allow that to happen, you become ungrounded and out of touch. You become disconnected from your true nature as a spiritual being. You need to look now at the cracks in your foundation. Ground yourself with Gaia. She wants you to enjoy creating the world you live in. Your alignment task is to take a fearless inventory of where, how, and with whom you live your life. I mean, like, they're all three cards that kind of say the same thing, but in different ways. I'm just trying to decide. This has kind of a Viking tarot sensibility to it. Yes, okay. I really like the Tattoo Tarot, and I often bring it out. But sometimes I just find this Viking Tarot. Sorry. Now that was interesting, right? Because the sneeze is cleansing. So y'all need to do some cleansing. Okay? So nurture each other, but nurture yourself. Don't overgive. Stop giving to the takers, to the freeloaders in your life, because that's draining your energy, and then you're not allowed to make time for yourself. By doing that, you're letting the rain come in. You're letting your own dreams come to fruition so that you can manifest, you can plant the seeds and watch them grow in your own life, okay? So it sounds harsh, but that's where you're at. No matter how powerful you are, you only have so much energy. We are human. We are not actual goddesses. This is goddess, right? So we need to co-create with Spirit. Spirit is telling us very strongly, especially in the last few readings, and to me as well, to let go of the reins. I mean, within reason. To do our own work. I'm not going to take those quite yet because I'm not really ready. So to do our own work. Because when we're strong and we're the very best that we can be, if we're total in alignment with Spirit, we've rested, we've evaluated, we've filled in the cracks, we've planted our seeds, and we've watched what is growing. And it's all beautiful, good things. Then what isn't meant for us will leave. And that's fine. They might leave in a huff. Okay? It might be taken from us in a fire. The tower might fall. But you look at that, it's like, okay, well, that is for my greater good. That leaves room. My cups have been emptied. Okay, well now that's great because we filled them with crap. Thinking we know what we're doing. This goddess reminds us that when that happens, Spirit has got things for us greater than we can imagine. If we do our own work, magic. Wait for the magic to happen in our lives, okay? My hands are totally fucking asleep, which happens when I'm really channeling. There's the Two of Chalices. I just need to put my hands down for a second. They just told me to go to this first. This is the Romance Angels. I really feel like this might be a long reading today. I really feel like I had a very powerful sleep last night. I did a lot of downloading, I'm sure last night, because I woke up this morning just vibrating. That's interesting because those same cards came out yesterday. Passion, reconciliation, playfulness. Or last time. I'm just going to put them back in. I always put them in like in really different spots and still they came out together. So that's just telling me like my hands are totally numb. Just give me a second. My friend we're doing a tea leaf reading workshop on Facebook Live. And I might put the link up in there in the next couple days. Just for you all, because that's really fun. I don't know what brought me to that, but okay. Two of Cups, do we have like a romantic angels? Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I was like, Two of Cups. So this is saying it's somebody new, people. And then they told me to go to this. Okay. See? Like, sometimes I know that I have pauses, you know, in my reading. It's because I'm listening to Spirit. And I mean, that's what you're here for. So, Viking... Oh, sorry, that was Sam. Two of Cups. Spirit just said to me, interestingly enough, because it's two men, but Spirit just said to me, I'm just going to retilt this a little bit. Sorry. Spirit just said to me that these are two tribes coming together for like a, not like a treaty, but like a truce, or like bringing together. See, and there's like a booty, not booty, but you know, like there's treasures in the background, stockpiled. So two have come together to create as like a superpower. So don't be surprised if we have, I mean, if you're watching this, you might be single, or you're single in your heart. I don't know where that came from. Never cheat, though, okay? If you're not happy in a relationship, break that off, deal with that, heal from that. Like, don't be a cheater. And don't take a cheater. That's what this, like, no. No. If you're with a man or a woman, if you're with a person who's back and forth between his karmic, no. That is draining you. I know that there's people who've been doing this for years, believing that they're dealing with their twin flame. And I've talked about this in my other readings. If somebody's making promises to you, if they have taken your body, that takes your soul. While they're with their karmic. I mean, they could, I mean, if they can't leave that person, that's their problem, not yours. If you're, by not letting go of that, by constantly pouring into that cup that isn't even your cup, you are not opening yourself up for the miracles that are waiting for you. Because right off the bat here, we have miracles waiting for you. We have, so we got this Two of Chalices. That's often twin flame, the real thing. Romantic feelings with a new love. Getting to know each other. So this is new. This is not somebody who's been dicking you around. This is new. And then Spirit's like, no, do this one. Go to the tattoo tarot. This is not somebody that you expect. Knave of Cups on the bottom. I'm just kind of channeling these cards. Okay. So there comes up the Hermit. So this may be you, that you've either been alone or you felt alone. There's no alone like being with somebody that you feel like you love or that you're attached to, and they're not with you 100%. Okay, now Spirit just said something to me, but it's like sometimes a spirit will say something to a human, but it's so big, it's hard to translate that into words for you. Some of you can't even manifest what this miracle is because you have no concept of a partner that will love you just as you are, without condition, where you will never feel fear, where you will never feel used. Can you even imagine it? So sometimes we worry that we'll never manifest something that we can't even imagine, that we see in other couples, but we can't even imagine for ourselves. And Spirit's like, don't worry about it. I'm going to give you magic. Answer to prayer. So when you manifest, release outcome. That's what the Spirit's been telling us for how long now? In my readings, at least. Release your attachment to outcome, because you can't even imagine. You can't even imagine what's there. But you need to set the stage for this magic to be able to come in, which is what this is for, right? Spirit just like, the hermit has spent time alone, is spending time alone, is doing the work. But they have their eyes on the prize. They still believe in light. The Spirit's just like, they're letting the light lead them. Okay? Now, Spirit is getting really funny with me because they're giving me the questions. Spirit just said, okay, now shuffle, asking, lead to what? Lead to what, Spirit? What's the miracle? What can they hope for? Romantic feelings, new love? Oh. Yeah, isn't that interesting? So many came out, but these ones came out. Okay. The Devil, High Priestess, and the Full Moon. And the song in my head is, when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, it's amore. That's a low note for me. Amore. Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. Okay, I've channeled this before, but it's the movie Moonstruck. La Luna. La Luna. My neighbors are Italian. From Italy, which is really nice. They're adorable. They're wonderful. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, it's amore. It's magic that you can't even imagine. So you need to escape from this devil energy that's holding you in your connection to outcome. Release your connection to outcome. You might have a person here. You might have a person here that's sticking you around. Let them go. They're meant for you. They'll come in. They'll come in clean. Okay? Because I think those of you that I'm talking to are single. So you need to release this attachment to outcome, because that is the devil preventing you from your blessing. You need to let the fire come in. You need to let the forest burn down, clean out the deadfall, and allow the acorns. You might try to Google it if you're not from a country like where Canada, like deciduous trees is huge here. I'm not sure where else, but The deciduous trees are so beautiful. They smell so wonderful. They speak to us, but they only germinate in a fire. So release this. This is lower than you. Because you're the high priestess. We knew she was going to come out. Hello. Co-create. High priestess co-creates with spirit, right? She doesn't just do things in her own power. She doesn't depend on what earthly things or her person. Her life doesn't depend on what that person's decisions are going to be. High priestess gives it to God, gives it to spirit, gives it to the universe. It's like, here, here's my life. Please bless me with the best. Well, I clean up my own shit here. So then Spirit's like, Spirit's like, you don't even know what's hidden underneath the moon. You don't know who's watching you. You don't know the blessings that I have for you. Right? Now keep in mind, Spirit told me what the question was. Right? And out comes Four of Swords and Nine of Swords. Just gonna see what the book says. Yeah, right? So, I mean, with the Hermit, Four of Swords. So take your time, rest, reflect. It's tiring releasing what isn't meant for you, right? And there might be some comeback. It's like, well, fine, you weren't my friend anyway if you don't want to keep doing this. Or, I guess you never loved me then if you won't let me continue to use you, right? Well, I keep going back to my karmic, or while I go back to my wife. You need to consider that maybe you're the karmic. Ouch. Right? Maybe you're the karmic. Maybe I am. I've had to consider this in my life. And the answer for me was actually, yeah. When I released that, the rain came down, washed everything clean. Everything looked green and beautiful, and, you know, and I have a cup waiting to be filled, and it gets filled every day. And it's just flowing over and flowing over. Right? So you need to rest from this Nine of Swords. Like, it's been exhausting keeping this up. Feeding other people while trying... Oh. Okay, Spirit is so funny today. Like, I woke up super powerful today. You know what this is? You know how, like, moms get tired? I do this. And they feed their kids, right? Because they're hungry, but you don't have time to really eat. And so you just gobble what's cold. Or, like, they haven't eaten everything on their plate, so you just take what they haven't eaten. So you're keeping up. But why are you just giving yourself somebody else's scraps? You need a full meal to be strong, right? You make sure other people have all the water that they need, they have the nutrition they need, they have everything they need. But there you are eating scraps off of the table like a dog. Like a dog. And we don't feel valued when we do that to ourselves. We deserve our own steak, right? Or if you're a vegetarian, like, we deserve our own, we deserve our own beautiful bowl of lentil soup, right? Or mulligatawny soup, like our own bowl, not just what our kid didn't eat, or what our partner didn't eat, or whatever, right? Okay, Spirit, tell us more about our incoming romantic new love. 6 Six of Wands. A person celebrated. Tell us more about our new love. He's coming in. He's coming in quick. Spirit just said to me, this masculine energy will know, will sense when you've changed, when you've leveled up, when you've like, fuck this shit, right? No. Empty those cups of this like crummy whatever's in there, right? Scrape that plate off. Don't eat that shit. Don't eat those crumbs. This masculine is going to know when he can run in, because he's not, we've had this in other readings too, he's not going to race in for you while you're in this energy of a woman that would just eat somebody's scraps. This is a masculine that needs you to be in your full power, has understood that that's coming for you, or has believed that that has been worth waiting for. This guy's been in the background. Guess who it is? Can you guess who it is? Guess who it is? Can you guess? Can you guess? Do you have somebody in mind? I think you do. You might have a kind of an idea. That's who your new love is. It's going to take some time to get to know each other. King of Coins, I'm just going to read from this book. Is that funny? Like, I had no intention of really using this, and yet I did. I really believed I'd be using the Viking Tarot, and I did, but I only needed one card from there. I still have that. When the moon hits your eyes like a big pizza pie. That's a really great movie. It's with Cher and Nicolas Cage. I mean, you can't go wrong. And Olivia Dukakis, and like, it's just a wonderful movie. I think I bought it off of the play. Anyway, I digress. King of Coins. Could be a dark-haired person. Characterful. Master. Successful. Valiant. Victory. He's brave, experienced, intelligent. Often in this deck, he's a man that's good like with numbers, like science, mathematician, business, geometry, physics. Okay? I just felt like that was like waiting to exhale. Another good movie. He could be dark-haired, but in this card he's not. Doesn't matter. He's quite a character. He's a master. He's successful and valiant and brave. He's all the things in a man that you always hoped for, that you envied in other women, and you couldn't even believe true for yourself, and yet your oracle cards said, no, clean up your shit, and that's what's coming in. This is not a man who's connected to somebody else and still tries to get you. And this is also not a man that will come in for a real relationship with a woman that's not worthy of him. He is also, Spirit just said to me that he has also been burned by accepting less than he deserved, is what they said. Now he's coming to his full power. He's waiting for you to come into your full power. Getting to know each other, new love, romantic feelings. How exciting, right? How exciting. Now that one tried to pop out and come, oh, there we go. He's leveled up. He's an emperor. We knew this was coming. how about you? How about you? How about the feminine now? How about you? Don't let yourself be the karmic. You know how other readers do talk about the karmic. It's like dark, stealing, taking things that don't belong to you. Even though you've convinced yourself, or that he's tried to convince you that he's coming in, that he's your soulmate. If that was your soulmate, if that's what's meant to be for you, that doesn't take years. And it certainly doesn't happen while he's still connected to somebody else. If you have a twin flame in a situation where he is in a marriage with somebody else, then you need to separate yourself from that and see what Spirit brings in. If Spirit brings in that person, he'll bring that person in clean. Right? Because, sister, we do not drink from other women's cups. Okay? So who? What's with this feminine now? What's with this feminine now? Honest to God, if I help even one of you, if these readings even help one of you, it's worth it. To escape third-party situations. I don't know why I'm really channeling that this is for people that maybe have been or are in kind of a third-party situation and need to hear the hard news. None of us wants to hear this. I've been here. You're the karmic. But who are you now when you've done the work? Which goes to show you that the karmics aren't necessarily bad. They've just been misled. And they just want to be loved so bad. But you can't be loved if you plant your seeds. You can't have harvest if you plant your seeds in somebody else's field. Okay? Okay, so where are we at now, feminine? Including myself. I mean, I'm not judging you. I've been there. Hierophant. Temperance. Strength. Nine of Pentacles. So, I mean, you got your shit together. Right? You are a spiritual person. You do need to, pour from one cup to another. Things need to both ebb and flow. You need to give and receive in equal measure. This is hard for you because you are used to just giving. So he's just feeding that. Sometimes you give more than people even want. Sad to say. But you're a successful single woman. You got it going on. Six of Cups is coming in for you. So this man, I mean, and we've been channeling this before, he may be somebody that you never even took seriously before. Somebody from your past. Maybe somebody from your past life. It might be a twin flame, because look at what the next one is. 1111, Four of Wands, twin flame, marriage. Marriage. Oh, I get another card for a little bit of guidance for the feminine. Guidance for the feminine. Spirit just said you've had your guidance. I think we're done. I think I'm being stubborn today, but yeah. Okay. So, like, you need to... Oh, this actually came upside down. So you need... Which happened to my last reading. So you've quit being this person? Oh my God. Okay, when you've quit doing this, you become this. Da da da. Match. Guess what else, Missy? Da 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 da. match. And a Knave of Coins in here for some reason. So I'm just going to look that up and see why. Okay, so this is just telling you to reflect, meditate, concentrate, apply your knowledge. Oh, Spirit just like, apply your knowledge of what you heard in this message. Okay? Oh, a messenger. You're going to get an inkling of something to come here. Okay? I always finish these and then I think like, what am I even going to call this? I mean, there's a lot of information in my readings. I hope this resonates for a lot of you. If this doesn't resonate for you, but it does resonate for somebody that you know and love, somebody that you want to just shake. It's like, what are you doing? Could be one of your children. It's like, why are you giving your energy to this person that will never give to you, that only makes promises that they never keep? How many years, how many hours, how many days, how many months, how many years are you going to do that? Quit it. Quit it. Dump out that cup. It's going to be hard for you to quit that. To quit that person and to say, I'm not giving to you anymore. And I'm walking away. I'm not giving to you anymore. And see how they respond. It's like, fine. And they know that they'll lose you, and they still don't leave their person, then what right? But don't beat yourself up about that, because all these things, all these readings talked about a perfect timing, including a timing for you to realize to come into your own, to quit eating the scraps off of somebody else's plate. Is that who we are? Fuck no. Okay? Now, keep in mind that maybe you have been giving too much. But these cards have shown you to be a high priestess, an empress, and a queen of coins. That's some powerful feminine energy there. Okay? Don't let the devil energy sap you of your strength, because you have magical shit to do and magical gifts to receive. I think that's what I'll call it. You have magical gifts to receive. Have the most wonderful day. Let your seeds germinate. See ya.